So you're thinking of moving to Dayton, Minnesota. You've come to the right spot. Today we're going to do a deep dive on Dayton. It's a suburb northwest of the Twin Cities area, about 30-40 minutes out of downtown Minneapolis. It's got a lot going for it. It's going to be expanding, blowing up, a lot of new construction happening in that city. So if you're looking for affordable new construction, you want to stay south of the river, Dayton is a great spot for you. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Steve. I'm the co-founder and leader of the Three Rivers Real Estate team. We get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you looking to move to the Twin Cities metro area. We break it down, going suburb by suburb, letting you know the ins, the outs, the goods, and the bads, everything you need to know about it, and we're always here if you have additional questions. If you like this type of content, please subscribe, like the video, so you get notifications every time we put out new content. But without further ado, let's hop right into it.
All right, so we're gonna hop right on into it here on my computer screen. You can see right where Dayton is. So if we zoom out on Google Maps, we'll see we're pretty far north, kind of the highest north you can go without being what we refer to as north of the river. So one of the aspects or one of the attractions to the Dayton area is that, you know, it's still affordable, but it's still south of the river. We've talked previously on here that there's only a couple of good ways if you're going north of the Mississippi River that kind of separates the Twin Cities in half. You can see the Mississippi here runs north to south, kind of cutting everything in half. There's really not great ways to get across the Mississippi. You have 694 here, you have 610, and you have 169. Those are kind of your major ways, unless you go way out west here on 101 to get north of the river. So Dayton is an expanding city that is still what we refer to as south of the river. So if you need to get anywhere, especially if we're talking downtown Minneapolis, or if you need to get to the airport in Bloomington, Richfield here, you're still south of the river. It makes those commutes a lot easier. Dayton to get down to downtown Minneapolis, probably looking 40-45 minutes, probably closer to an hour to get to the airport depending on traffic. But the paths there really aren't that bad to get downtown. Just gonna hop on 169, hit 394, be downtown in no time. Getting to the airport, probably gonna hop on 169 again, bring it all the way to 494, pop right on over to the airport. So pretty easy paths to get there. And like I said, kind of you're already on the north side here. So if you are looking to get across the river, if you're working kind of in a northern suburb, you have a couple of easy paths, 101, 169. Will get you where you need to go if you're looking to be on the north side of the river of things. Dayton itself, situated, is a pretty unique town. It's a lot of development going on there. We'll talk a lot about that in the video here as we kind of go into it. But the southeast part here is taken up by the Elm Creek Park Reserve, which is a fantastic park reserve. It spreads over a couple of cities. You see it's mostly within Dayton here, but it does border Maple Grove to the south, and you have Champlin off to the east here. So Dayton itself, very close to both of these cities. If you need to do shopping or restaurants, anything like that, Champlin off 169 here. You have a lot of places to shop there. Target, any groceries, things like that you'll need are already there. If you're looking for some good, nice, fine dining, a lot of shopping, you can get to Maple Grove. No problem. You're in the Arbor Lakes here. You're also really close to the Rogers area, so there's a lot of good shopping in Rogers as well. Here through 101, so where the Cabela's and stuff are there. So you're kind of smack dab middle in between a lot of great places you can get to. But you have a lot of awesome stuff as far as with Elm Creek there. You have some smaller lakes here. You have Diamond Lake, you have French Lake right there if you want to get on something. Or of course, you can always hop on the Mississippi too. If you want to spend some time on the actual river, you're very closely located to that, so you can pop on there in no time, enjoy a lot of that city. Now, Dayton itself is a fairly small city when we look at kind of census data, a little over 8,000 people. So it is expanding though as we kind of keep moving through here. There's a lot of new construction within the city. So if we kind of break down some of the values here within the census, give you an idea of where things are at as far as renting goes. Median rent's about $1,200, which is pretty cheap because we are a little further out. So the further you tend to get away from Minneapolis, Twin Cities area, the cheaper things tend to go. Dollar stretches further. It's both for rent and for home prices, and you'll notice that as we start looking through some stuff and some current listings that are on there. Median household income, just under $120,000. That's for family. It's for a household income there. So when we take a look overall, school districts, things like that as well, Dayton is split up between a couple of different school districts. So if we look all of what's in here, you can see you have Anoka, Hennepin, Osseo, in the Dayton Elementary, Spectrum and Montessori here, ISD 726, which is Elk River. And we look at kind of the map, the majority of it's going to be the you can see here Anoka, Hennepin, and then we have a chunk of it, which is this part here, is Elk River. The northwest part is going to be Elk River. Yellow here is Anoka, Hennepin, and then you have Osseo on the south side here too. So it's very advantageous if you're moving from an area that you're already in one of these school districts, but you want to move to Dayton for any number of reasons. Sometimes, if you don't want, you want to be in the Osseo school district, but want to be a little further north, a little more of a rural setting, or if you're out in the Elk River district, but a little closer to the Twin Cities, you have some options to move within Dayton here. Still stay within your school districts if that's a big thing for you there. But the majority of them is School District 11, which is Anoka, Hennepin there. Overall, when we look at niche here, Dayton has an overall grade of A. Does have very solid public schooling. So we have the 3 different school districts that you can get into there. Biggest negatives here are going to be weather, which, hey, we're in Minnesota. Pretty much always going to see a C on the weather side, unfortunately. And then the nightlife and commutes are going to be kind of 2 big ones. Like I said, Dayton is kind of located to a lot of things, but as far as what's happening within the city, you got to go kind of just outside the city, either Champlin, Maple Grove, elsewhere there to really find a whole lot of stuff to do. So it's probably a little bit more family orientated with that. But if you're looking to kind of club, get into a fun bar or something like that, probably have to go a little ways to find a lot there if you're trying to kind of look for that. Not much within Dayton itself there. But again, one of the biggest draws to Dayton right now is the new construction. So if we head over to Zillow here, we can kind of see some of the massive new construction developments that are happening within the city. And we zoom in here, and a lot of what's for sale is new construction in this area. And I'm just looking at new construction stuff. But as we start looking at prices, they're very nice. If you're looking at other cities, you're looking at getting new construction in Maple Grove or Plymouth. It's pretty hard to find a single family home that's super affordable. You're going to find things that are probably closer to $600,000 more readily. You're not going to find a whole lot under 4. And we can see right here as we're starting to scroll, there's 2 homes right there under 4, starting to get into the mid 4s. Some of these homes, they have a little bit of everything too. From go up in the 650s, but very reasonably priced homes. If we start looking, kind of clicking through some of these, what we have here. 434 new construction. It's like a single family home. You got 4 bed, 3 bath, 2,100 square feet. Very open concept. It's got vinyl plank flooring from the looks of it, corner pantry, stainless steel appliances, 3-stall garage was on there. So I got a walkout in the back there, right by Elm Creek. So a lot to like there for 343, 345. 435. Quite a bit of house for that price for brand new. Again, you're on the north side of Dayton there. There's a lot of development going on just south of the Mississippi River. You got a whole lot of new construction happening. If you look at something probably a little bit bigger here. 5 bed, 4 bath, 2,500, mid 5s, corner fireplace. Very neutral in colors, open concepts. It has a double oven in there. Of course, these are new construction homes, so floor plans, stuff like that might vary compared to the pictures that we're seeing here, but it still gives you a really good idea of all of what you can get here. So if we look at kind of current market stats in Dayton, the average sale price here is $570. I think that home we were just looking at was right around there. Yeah. So this is actually just under the average price for what you can get in Dayton, looking at kind of current market trend stats here. So not bad for an average price. There's quite a bit of home there, 2,500 square feet, 5 bed, 4 baths. So lots of like there. One of the other things that you'll notice in this city compared to what we're seeing rest of the metro is their month supply has gone up quite a bit. It's because of all the new construction. So if you look at a lot of areas, if we look at just the Twin Cities area for month of supply, that's how much inventory we have. Overall, the Twin Cities is at 1.7, but Dayton, due to its massive new construction and all the stuff being built up, it's a little bit more of a balanced market, which if you're looking to buy or move into this city area is great because you have a lot more power as a buyer. There's more options. You have a lot more power there. You might be able to negotiate a little bit more. Again, a lot of it is going to be new construction. So currently right now, builders have a lot of incentives. Throughout the years, they tend to do too. Very dependent on where the market's at. But I can talk about, kind of right now here in January, end of January, early February 2023, a lot of builder incentives happening. Supply is very, neutral, as we like to call it. It's not really a buyer's market. It's not necessarily a seller's market. Kind of right in between the middle right here for Dayton right now. So if you're looking to move there, like I said, lots of great opportunities, lots of great potential there if you're looking to move into this area. Now, if we look at what else is for sale, that's kind of not new construction, you kind of get an idea of what you can get for the average price there. If we head over to our website, just Dayton, so we have 141 properties for sale. Most of it being new construction, Weekly, Lennar, Weekly, Stanek Realty. So let's see what we have here. This one might be new construction as well. Or it's kind of loading slow on the internet. There we go. This is me a little on the higher end. It's been on the market for 25 days. Let's see, year built 2022, so that's brand new construction too. See if we can find something that isn't new construction. See, it's already previously built. Everything here, new construction, new construction. Again, if you're really looking for new construction, Dayton is going to be the place to be from the looks of it. See if we go back a little bit, if we can find something. I think, for the most part, we're looking at mostly new construction again in this city. So if that's the way you're going, Dayton has a lot of things to offer there. It's a great city to take a look at. Go to the Dayton City website. You can see, again, right off the Mississippi here. Typically have some bigger lots, a little bit of a more rural feel to it. According to them, only 20 minutes from downtown Minneapolis, 30 minutes to downtown St. Paul. So again, you're south of the river. You're still going to be very easily accessible to a lot of different places. A lot of great things from the outside standpoint, like we talked about. You have Elm Creek right there. Big trail system, a couple different little lakes to get you into. You're very close to lots of other lakes if you want to kind of get into a lot of different things. So a lot going for it, a lot of new construction. This is a city I would expect to kind of keep expanding, keep growing as we kind of keep pushing new construction out to the next ring of suburbs. As Plymouth is really starting to get kind of landlocked. They're running out of space there. They have to kind of redevelop stuff. Maple Grove still has some stuff, but they're starting to run out of space too. So Champlin, Dayton, Rogers, Otsego, some of those cities coming up from the northwest. If you're looking for new construction or you're looking to get into a suburb that is expanding, this is definitely one of the ones I would take a big look at. A lot of opportunity, a great place to set your roots up, and a lot of potential as it continues to kind of grow throughout the coming years.